People assume that because you are consistent with your routine, that you're not subject to failure, that you're perfect. And that's just not the case. It's Jasmine Nicole, and welcome back to Weight with Jazz. I used to be 284 pounds, y'all, 12 years ago. Lost 115 pounds naturally through intermittent fasting, OMAD, and running. They got me to 175. However, I was feeling like I was heading into surplus, and I didn't have a firm hand on my eating lifestyle after losing all the weight. I didn't have a maintenance plan in place, etc. And I just was starting to gain weight back. So I chose to pursue the 40 plus pound loss with GLP-1 brand Zepbound medication and Tirzepatide compound. I'm now at my maintenance weight. My maintenance weight range I make my maintenance weight of 130. My range is 125 to 130. So I'm now in the body recomp phase, and my body recomp weight goal is 125. Don't know if I hit that yet. Stay tuned for upcoming updates. I do weigh in weekly. So I want to get into being penalized for consistency. Do you feel like you're being penalized for being consistent in your weight loss routine or your weight management routine? At times I can feel like that. It's unfortunate because people are judgmental, and people really assume and just sometimes poorly rationalize, okay? Just because a person is consistent with their lifestyle routine doesn't mean that they're not subject to inconsistencies within their routine. It does not mean that they're not subject to failures. However, they're able to still manage to be consistent in the routine, if you understand what I'm saying. Here's the thing: consistency is not perfection, okay? Consistency is commitment. Consistency is commitment. Commitment to a routine, a commitment to a system of structure. Now, even within that commitment, there can be failures or inconsistencies, but the overall picture of being committed to a routine is consistent. So to get a little deeper in that, say you usually work out 60 minutes. However your daily workout schedule is, and you're getting weary or tired, you don't feel like it or whatnot. Don't break your consistent routine. Modify your consistent routine. So instead of working out 60 minutes, cut it in half, do 30. If that's too much for you that day, do 20. Do something in accordance to your schedule. Whatever that is, however you work that, stay systematic. But that does not mean that you are perfect, and you're not going to be perfect. No one is perfect but the Father. Y'all throw that in, okay? Um, yeah, but people are, especially within this weight loss thing, okay? This GLP-1 medication thing. It's more so the idea of be very slowly moving, and it's okay to welcome being inconsistent, being non-consistent when it comes to following a routine, and just kind of be in a mindset of enablement. It's okay to work itself out later. Slow and steady wins the race. And some of those points definitely are valid in certain circumstances. But last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, the slow person in the race loses the race. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, consistency is the key. And when you are really slowly involved in your process, it can actually cause inconsistency. You can actually fall off of your structured plan due to maybe demotivation, the lack of motivation, because we do know results empower us to want to continue more, empower us to want to stay tried and true to our systematic routine. It feels good to see results, from what you're doing, because that kind of still helps out when you're in the lower spaces in your life mentally, where you may feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But when you reflect back to how you feel when you get back on board, when you do your routine and the results you're seeing, that kind of cancels that out. It's more encouraging and more motivating for you to stay consistent and just modify whatever you need to modify within your routine. But I find that people have this judgment, unfortunately, because of wherever they are, in their lives, in their lifestyle, in their routine, in their habits. So seeing someone else who may appear to be okay with, you know, following a routine and it actually delivering what it needs to deliver can cause insecurities on another person. It could cause discomfort. Don't let people stunt your growth because of their insecurities of failure. Don't let people stunt your growth because of their insecurities of failure. I'm just going to leave you with that. I'll see you in the next video. Be real.